part of it.
You are. You're more of a looks person.
Finally, someone sees me for who I am.
I think it's your brains.
I don't want to work.
No, it's looks.
Somebody.
That's all we like. Don't you remember when we brought her on? We said this is for sex appeal. All right, here we go. So we are live, and as soon as you got, if you're ready, let me plug Allison in.
Yep. Once you get that, we're ready to go.
And I'll start the commercial.
Testing. Test. Aha.
There you go.
We're doing it live.
Doing it live.
Support for Wrong About Everything comes from Minnesota's credit unions. Credit unions are locally based, member-owned financial cooperatives that return earnings to members through higher savings rates, lower loan rates, and reduced fees. Visit mncun.org for more information.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Wrong About Everything podcast. I am GOP strategist and Twin City Sugar, Brian McDaniel.
I am former Republican Senate Majority Leader Amy Frederickson.
Oh, that caught me off guard. Sorry.
Oh, you didn't listen to last week when I learned we were doing that in real time.
Wifey Amy Frederickson. I am Minneapolis cultural correspondent Allison Nessie.
I am Democratic strategist and the Puerto Rican heat, Javier Murillo.
And we are
Wrong About Everything.
It has been a good long time since we've had 4 people in the studio.
That
Love
is
it.
correct.
Love it.
So, yay.
In Credit Union Network.
In the Minnesota Credit Union Network. So I want to welcome everybody to the Minnesota Credit Union Network studios, deep within the recesses of MBC Studios here in Northeast Minneapolis. We got Gabe Noah competently pushing the buttons in the other room, and we are very glad you're here, and we hope that you are watching us on our YouTube channel. We are looking for a lot more traffic to be driven there, please. So tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a total stranger, and we would appreciate that very much. We also have a new sponsor, the good people at the Minnesota Licensed Beverage Association. Since 1952, the Minnesota Licensed Beverage Association has helped licensed beverage retailers in the state of Minnesota with information resources, educational programs, and government affairs services designed to promote and protect their business. All our member retailers understand that with the MLBA, you are not alone. You're also not alone if you're hanging out with our good buddy, Mike Bryant, at Bradshaw and Bryant.
But you're probably not having a good time.
No, probably not, especially if you're a snitch.
He makes it.
Well, actually,
As
if you're
a
hanging out
child.
with Mike, you must not be a snitch because
That's true. No, you're definitely not a snitch,
You would
'cause
not. You would
Wouldn't
not
have
make
anything to do with you.
the invite list. But Bradshaw and Bryant, their entire team of attorneys and staff is dedicated to providing the legal advice you need, combined with the service and personal attention you deserve. If you have questions about how they can assist you with a personal injury, wrongful death, or criminal defense matter, do not hesitate to contact them. Consultations are free. Contact them at 800-770-7008 or at minnesotapersonalinjury.com. And as the big board says, no snitches. Mm-hmm. How's everybody doing?
Good. Good. It's been lovely weather and
Stunning weather.
fall.
Yeah. Happy Halloween early.
Yeah.
I know. People have
What?
parties planned for next week?
Costumes.
Or for this?
Anybody?
For this week. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'll be out of town. Going
I'm
to the cabin.
gonna be a hot dog, which I am every year because it fits no matter what size and I can out or weather. So,
Do you have a hot dog
You could just put a
suit,
sweater
or
on
do you-
underneath the hot dog.
yeah, it's like it's a full, it has a little hole for my face and it goes on my head and
Oh,
goes
I've
about to
seen
my
those
knees.
at Target.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a hit every year.
Says who? You are the guest at whatever parties you
Says
go
the
to.
ladies in the Ken Try neighborhood. The Kenwood Triangle.
What about you,
They-
Javier?
I have
sorry.
no costume plans, but we're doing another Dia de los Muertos celebration at my house on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Well, if you need any discounted items,
Skulls.
skulls, home goods,
Or a hot
all
dog,
of
or
the
a-
Dias de Muertos,
I thought you were
and
going to say if you
Halloween
need
is
a hot
already.
dog costume.
Or if you need a hot dog costume,
It'll be
I,
slightly smelly, but that's how it works. I am very glad to find out that I have a Halloween drinking neighborhood where
What does that mean?
oh, that's fun.
people on our street, because we have a kind of a short street, so we just end up migrating to one of the driveways, and then we just like put the bowls of candy out. But where we're sitting, we can see what's going on, and we get to talk to everybody as they walk by. And,
Sure.
That's
drink a little bit of a lot of Fireball, man.
That's the situation in my neighborhood as well. And last year was my first Halloween there, and so I got invited to the Kenwood Triangle Halloween street party, and it was.
You live in Kenwood?
I live in the one apartment
Girl.
building. I don't.
Girl,
I'm
you're
rent.
here-
I'm a renter.
You're here acting like you're all like cultural correspondent down with the people. You live in
Yeah.
Kenwood?
I live at the beach club, formerly Calhoun.
Okay.
Is it just the beach
Okay,
club?
girl.
It's called the Beach Club.
It's an apartment at the beach club.
That's
Sure.
by the way,
Yeah.
and for everyone who might be in the market for a reasonable-ish market rate apartment, it's the old building now, so it's significantly cheaper because everything around there is brand new and like high-end luxury.
And do you get a reference discount?
I'm gonna create one.
yeah. You should just get a hold of Allison for her code.
Yeah, yeah.
Or a hot dog
Or a hot dog
costume.
costume.
Yeah. She might give it to you if you can get her the
Yeah,
the
next year
bonus.
would be year 3, so that seems a little.
It's a hit, though.
It is a hit.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
It's a hit.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
word- the
you know,
word-
your 20s are just all like, I'm a slutty Ninja Turtle. Just a slutty something, and then now I'm like full body coverage, face hole.
I can put a sweater under here.
I can
wear
dress.
leggings and a sweater.
I can dress for any weather option. So.
In my younger costume days, it would be something where I would try really, really, really hard to get something clever that nobody ever understood, and I would just have to explain it all night, and it just would have been easier to be a hot dog.
One
But
year
you
I
did
was-
that so people would talk to you.
I'm surprised I was invited.
What are you?
Well, the best costume I had was actually on. It was when I was a freshman in college in 1991 when we had that Halloween blizzard. But we ended up getting invited to a party late, so we went to the Shopko, and we were going to be cowboys. So we found like little kids cowboy hats and like bath mats. We just cut a hole in and put it over our head, and little guns on the side. Seemed to be a hit.
What's the bath mat part?
Well, not a poncho, but it would look southwest.
Sort of like a vest. Sort of like a vest.
I don't know.
Well,
It was Shopko in Mankato, Minnesota.
I miss Shopko.
There were limited options. But anyway, hey, let's get started on Minnesota news. So we have an actual Minneapolis resident, and we have an actual St. Paul resident.
That is correct.
I'm a former resident of both Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Well,
That makes you expert on neither.
I've driven through both. But anyway,
It does, though.
So we are less than we tape the show on Wednesday, and so we're less than a week away from huge mayoral elections in both Minneapolis and St. Paul. And I know we all have rooting interests and all of that, but to the degree we can, I would be super interested to kind of get the insider, what's everybody hearing in their neighborhoods about what's going to happen, because I don't feel like I have a particularly great finger on the pulse of either, mostly St. Paul. I don't know what the hell's happening in St. Paul, so I'd be super interested in that. So hey, whoever wants to start telling us about your town and who's going to be leading it.
Do you want to start?
You start.
I can't wait for Wednesday.
Yeah.
A week from today.
I agree on that.
Yeah. All right. So everybody's on the ballot, the council, the highly contested board of estimate and taxation, park board, and mayor's race.
Just side note.
What is the
Yeah.
board
Side
of
note.
estimation?
It's too much democracy.
Well, it's actually the state's fault. When Minneapolis was getting its charter, the state didn't want, because it was, at the time, if it would have actually been bigger population-wise than the rest, or there's some story. They essentially created all these, the park board had to be separate from the city council.
Yes, which is
so that the city of Minneapolis would not become more powerful than the state of Minnesota, which is... some people would argue that they believe it is but no, we were like intentionally decentralized.
Right. So
okay.
the right power is
Yeah.
diffuse in Minneapolis.
And so the estimation and taxation is
That is a
they approve how much
levy.
the levy
They
can
approve
go
the
up.
levy.
Oh.
Yeah.
The percentage it can go up.
correct.
and it's no
Correct.
city council members. It's their
No,
own
they're an
elected,
independently
elected.
independently elected board.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's been some real
That is a
characters
lot of
on it.
democracy.
Yeah, it's generally it's where the cranks go.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, as you can imagine, right? Like,
Yeah.
Old man yells at
People
crowd.
who love spreadsheets.
And creating online
They're not your party
democracy
people.
dialogue website.
They're not your party.
I hear Carol Becker's super fun at parties. Never been with one with
I
her,
mean-
but
It's super fun to talk about her at parties.
there you go. Okay, so the council, I really don't know, because it really comes down, frankly, to the ward that I live in Ward 7, around kind of the balance of the council versus more progressives or more moderates. Right now, the progressives definitely have the majority on the council. There's going to be some flipping with Andrea Jenkins' retirement and her obvious replacement being Soren. I think. I don't know. Also, ranked choice voting, I still don't get it.
Boo!
Boo!
Yeah, ranked choice voting. I tried to explain it to I tried to explain it to Clint last night, because they did the debate at Channel 4, the Minneapolis Mural did, and then he said, I got a question, because there's this huge long question at the end about how these three are the unification ticket and they're against Jacob. And he goes, well, why would the three of them banding together help? It would just seem like they would take votes from each other. Everybody gets 3 votes for some ridiculous reason.
I think officially
and so,
it's called hippie nonsense.
Okay,
and he was
settle
like,
down.
"What?
You can
That's
settle down. Like the
what?
people in both cities voted and decided to vote in that direction, and in that way,
the people of the United States
country of
voted in
Ireland,
Donald Trump.
the entire
It's cool
country
with
of
that.
Ireland and Australia. I think Australia also does it.
Yeah, it's really great.
And it eliminates the need for runoffs or primaries.
why do we hate primaries? I like a primary.
Because they're expensive and in the municipal races, the participation in a primary is infinitesimal, and so the reason I support ranked choice voting is that general election electorates are much more diverse than primary electorates. The people who most like the primary system were those who had the greatest ability to control it.
Well, thank you for that well-reasoned argument. Boo!
I do think if we are going to have...
And this is why you're an ex-resident of the city.
That's why she lives in Edina.
It. And also, most people going in there do not understand it. Everybody has to like sort of do education. And a wise man once told me, when you have to do like classes and teachings around democracy, it isn't democracy. And that was you.
It takes you don't have to
wise
take a
man.
damn class to
You have
figure
to
it out.
explain
No, you don't. You have to explain it. Yes, like you have to explain anything in the world.
Is
like
the pirate running again?
I don't
The
know.
pirate always runs.
Good. I'd vote for the pirate.
No, I think, I have a challenge with still doing endorsements, party endorsements with ranked choice voting.
No, that's a
I
different
wish,
question.
Like,
That
that's
makes
what
no
I,
sense.
That's why I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, get rid of that.
Get rid of that, or rank them, or do something. Like
Yeah.
just give people a seal of approval and let everyone run. Who
Because
cares?
we have a very toxic political climate in the city.
Oh, I
of
hadn't heard.
Minneapolis.
I hadn't
Yeah,
heard.
mhm. And the notion that ranked choice voting would kind of quell that, because everyone would have to work together.
Some people like to stir that up with some pizza parties.
Hey, those are the pre-days. The pizza party. Those were the days.
The salad days, the pizza days.
The
Salad and
yeah,
pizza.
salad days. Come on, those. Yeah, but
I don't like pizza.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, boo ranked choice voting.
Boo endorsements and ranked choice.
why don't you
Pick
just-
one or the other. But anyways, I do think I don't know. Jacob would need to win. Jacob would need to like 39% on the first ballot to be like safe.
Yeah.
And I think that the Unity candidate slate has run. It's the most
And run through who's
coordinated.
on that slate for the people who might not know.
Senator Omar Fateh, Reverend Dwayne Davis, and Jazz Hampton. I don't know what
With
his
the
title
winner
is.
likely to be Senator Omar Fateh because he is the next closest.
Maybe. I don't know. It really comes down to the ones and twos.
No, Jazz
Hampton has a lot of support in
Yeah.
southwest, which is a vote-rich part of the city.
Yes.
Yes.
So so one could imagine, right? So if he did really, really well there, and just barely eked out either like Fateh or like then his second choice votes would determine the election.
Yes, and he just has to get enough first choice votes to not drop off after the first count.
But if he
And what is the- what
if
is
he
the-
gets a lot of votes in Southwest,
Yeah.
and he's been talking to people about ranking the other two,
Yep.
then his votes
I agree.
would go.
I honestly think Jazz has the best shot.
Okay,
because
so what
I-
does he need to stay in for the first round?
I have no idea. That is beyond my understanding of math.
well, it's
Sounds so clear. This ranked choice voting is really excellent.
the
No one has any idea what you have to get to.
you just drop the lowest the lowest
lowest vote getter?
The lowest, yeah. There's a threshold of like a percentage because they're always like minor, like the
Yeah.
pirate candidate or whatever. The
pirate isn't gonna win?
And
might.
then those votes get redistributed.
So
And then you
lowest
basically
goes and they
keep it- You
redistribute.
keep
Second
redistributing
lowest.
until there are two.
Yep. Yep.
The pirate's not a D, he's an
So
R.
I just Jazz to me
He's got no chance.
There are enough Omar voters, Fateh voters who will rank Jazz, and enough Jacob voters who will rank Jazz. There's
Yeah.
not a lot of crossover between Fateh and Fry, I think.
And,
I
again,
think
and
that's
after
right.
the
I think
TP
that's right.
after the
Except
TPT
maybe in the
debate,
Somali community.
that's fair.
yeah, after the TPT debate, like who I kind of heard buzz about was Jazz Hampton. Interestingly enough, so I'm curious to see how he factors in at the end of the day. Let's jump over to St. Paul. What are you hearing, Javier?
Okay, so two major candidates in the race.
Two major candidates in the race. There's, but again, there are a whole bunch of candidates. There's a Republican, Yan Chen. The major challenger, DFL challenger, is Kao Lee Her to incumbent Mayor Melvin Carter. The other two, I don't know who they are. Mike Hilborn and Adam Dillinger.
Where does-
Adam Dillinger looks like
Dullinger.
Dullinger.
Dullinger. He looks like an actor. What actor is that? You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Anyway. So
And is the entire
one of
city
the
council
Culkin
also up?
boys?
no, I don't think so.
Is the entire city council also up? How does St. Paul do it? I
no,
can't
not
remember.
in St. Paul.
Pieces,
No.
right?
No, not in St. Paul.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody up?
No, not in St. Paul because
Oh, okay.
there was a special election, but that already happened.
Yep.
That Molly Coleman got elected. So the principal challenger is Kao Lee Her. She was encouraged to run by a couple labor unions who are upset with the mayor's office. I think the union I've heard the most is Teamsters, so there's this thing that happens in St. Paul, like that happened like with the trash collection. The trash wars of 2019.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we remember those
were the
days.
good
Yes,
days.
those were the halcyon days.
Those were the
When
good
you were
days.
somehow the unpaid spokesperson, head person on the garbage wars.
Yeah, just months before a pandemic, when we thought the most important thing in the world was
Trash picking.
collecting trash.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very important, but like,
It did get overshadowed.
It did. It did.
it put things in perspective.
It
you
really
had,
did.
you had such a win there. You had a big win.
We had a good win. At the end of that, I worked really hard, and at the end of that, we protected basic city services. And in any case, there was a very loud and vocal small group. It turned out very small group of people because we trounced them in the election, who made that issue seem more controversial, more competitive than it actually ended up being. I think that a similar thing. Actually, I don't think that there's a whole lot of noise about the Cowley-Carter race. So I mean, one way to think about it is perhaps like, well, she could, come in and surprise because the election is just not, it's not feeling very high profile. But I think that is changed somewhat in the last week. But with Mayor Carter's campaign being a lot more active, like a lawn sign just showed up on my door. So,
Really?
Well,
From
yeah.
Mayor Carter?
yeah,
Just walked.
Did
right
you have
over.
signs before?
no,
Really?
yeah, no. They just, I mean, they figure we're supporters. We are supporters, but I was like, oh, hi.
Hi.
I don't know. I mean, I think, the problems in Minneapolis are well documented. And I think that, that a light has been shown on St. Paul more lately. And, obviously I haven't seen any polling. I have no idea. I don't live in St. Paul. My wife used to live in St. Paul, so I used to spend a lot of time there. But I just am hearing from people who I know have been Melvin Carter supporters and who do like him very much, who are saying there is a problem with the city. There does need to be something different. So I'm just wondering, even if they're not completely familiar with Representative Herr, that it would be a protest vote against what's currently happening. And I'll be very interested to see if that comes to fruition or if that's just us Capitol insiders buzzing about people
And
that we know.
the thing I
Yeah.
would say is that the people to follow up on my earlier thought is that what I've noticed is that the people who are supporting Cowley Herr are that crank demographic. It is the sort of so she's taken a position. The garbage trash collection was done poorly. That the city planning has done poor. Like all the things that the cranks don't like, and so like the folks at Sustainable St. Paul are that I've seen. They I don't believe that they have. That they've endorsed. No, they have a pack. I don't want to misspeak, but in any case, I've seen people who are members really take her on because her positions have become like basically the Republican positions on a whole bunch of issues in St. Paul. So,
And there's ranked choice voting in St. Paul as well.
there's ranked choice voting in St. Paul.
So Gabe in the other room asked, how has ranked choice voting changed the way campaigns are run? Well, I mean, like in Minneapolis, you have people it's kind of like
Coalitions
a coalition saying vote for me and vote for these other two people because all of us are opposition to, like in this case now, Mayor Jacob Frey.
Yeah.
I did laugh. Someone said to me, they're like, I know that the whole theory behind ranked choice voting is it's supposed to kind of turn the temperature down in campaigns because it requires people to do coalitions, except it's really hard when there's an incumbent that is and this person was like, it feels like Mean Girls, and I was like, it does. It is like it is very Mean Girls.
Oh, poor mayor.
This person was not like
Well, on
this
Tuesdays,
person's
we
not a
vote 3
Jacob Frey
times.
person. She's just like, that's just the vibe. It's like we're gonna team up against the incumbent, and I'm like, yeah, huh? That's how it works.
That's how that's politics.
One thing,
Yeah.
in addition to having ranked choice voting in common, something else that both St. Paul and Minneapolis have is that Jonathan Weinhagen worked for their chambers.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
You work for both chambers?
He worked because he was at St. Paul before he was
Ouch.
in Minneapolis. Yeah.
Well, and with the news that Alondra Cano was arrested last night, former city council member, it's a bad week for Jacob Frey's friends being arrested.
It was suspicion of DWI, correct?
Yes, she refused a breathalyzer. So
The photo said it all.
Not supposed to do that.
Sorry.
But
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not on the jury, but if we were on the jury, it would be hard to look away from those glassy eyes.
It would be hard.
So growing up, my favorite telenovela, because I did used to watch them,
Why are you bringing that up? That's super racist.
because the name of it was Alondra. and so
Okay, fine.
So yes,
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
No, I'm just
Okay.
gonna look at you.
Does that change your mind?
I had salsa this one time. No. But so anytime I like Alondra Cano being back in the news because every time I hear her noise, I just think Alondra.
Say her
Remember
name
when
like a
Javier went to
baseball
speak in
player.
Rochester, and then the dinner that they served at the
Was
event was a taco,
Yeah.
taco bar? It was the greatest.
I was
day
the
of our
keynote.
lives.
I was
It
the
was the
keynote
greatest day
speaker.
of our
The
lives.
keynote speaker at a DFL event in Rochester, and I show up, and they have a goddamn taco bar.
Just wanted to make sure you felt
Of course they did. Of course they did.
It was-
greatest day of Brian is my life. No. The donation was the greatest day.
Yeah,
By Jeremy.
yes,
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
That was the greatest day. That was the second greatest
Mike
day.
Ox Brown is the best, most fun I
Oh,
have had
that was-
on this
that was-
podcast.
that was.
But
that
the
was a
second
better day.
greatest was Javier coming back and reporting.
All right, well, this
from
is
his
fun.
Rochester keynote.
And the third one was when the three of us and was it Karen Murat? We went to that event on the north side and we had to fight our way in and fight our way out.
What are you talking about?
What?
Well, remember we went to we went. It was a conservative group that asked us to come in, and then
yeah.
That was insane.
Then just took that opportunity just to bitch at us.
Yeah.
and it was getting ugly at the end, and we kind of
That's right.
had to fight our way out. It was
That's right.
interesting. Anyway, so we mentioned former
some
Minneapolis Chamber CEO Jonathan Weinhagen. He's had to quit the Mountains View School Board, and I don't know if you guys saw the pictures.
So he was
They
still
essentially
on it?
They just AI'd him out of the
AI'd
picture.
him out
They
of
went.
the picture.
They used an app and they just like
I
put
haven't
their finger
seen
to
this.
it. Oh my god, it's
Oh, yeah.
so funny.
Yeah. Well, so
I think I
So
put it
he
in
was
our-
still on Mounds View School Board.
Yeah.
This is what's interesting to me. So he was let go or
A while
resigned
ago,
a
yes.
while ago.
Yeah.
And he was still pretty active posting on social media. And I was like, well, I don't know what's going on. They obviously, because it was a personnel issue, the chamber had to be very careful about
what
what,
they
the
said.
story was. And so I was like, and he was still posting, and I guess he was still on the school board. So I thought, well, I don't know, maybe it's something that we don't. Oh, it's very serious.
Somebody that we work with has a neighbor who works for the FBI and was led the raid of his house that day, and it was it's bad. And I also think there might be more coming, and it's gonna get weird.
Yeah,
I think it already got weird.
Oh,
There's-
oh, I
yeah,
mean,
because
he had a consulting, so he created a fake consulting firm that is
billed
the allegation.
Yep.
That then the contract that then he had the chamber contract with, so that then the chamber's paying tons of money to this consulting firm. So, but then
Synergy
the principal,
Partners, which sounds real.
But the principal of the consulting firm supposedly was deceased. He went to the trouble of creating
An
a
obituary.
fake, an obituary.
Well, so his name was James Sullivan. He was the CEO. He's a fake name. And he went to the trouble because they started asking him, what is this company was they doing? When they started sniffing around, what have they been doing for us? What are they providing for us? That he's like, oh, it closed down because the CEO died, and he made an obituary.
But the
Yeah.
obituary is not lacking
That's what
in
is alleged.
creativity
Nope.
or detail.
Nope.
He
And also-
threw poor Michael Dukakis under the bus.
I know.
He
I know.
James Sullivan was got his start
In South Dakota.
and working for Mike Dukakis.
Mike Dukakis, yeah.
It was a
was
little
like-
flair out there.
he
Like
was a
Mike
fam-
Dukakis has suffered enough.
He named the grandson Braden too. That's my favorite part.
The comments have been golden.
Oh my
It's
god!
this is so.
So people started commenting on the funeral homes. Like
This was for real?
yes.
How did he
No,
get the
it's not for
obituary? I know
real.
it's not for real, but how did he get the funeral home, or where was the funeral home
Well, I
obituary
suppose
posted?
I suppose if you
submit
say he was cremated by someone else, I don't know. I guess they don't check these things.
But wait, was the obituary in the paper?
Yeah.
No, the
Oh.
obituary was on the
Legacy
website.
remembers.
Like-
You probably just have to pay $20.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, and what he's actually
Is it
accused
still
of.
Yeah. Oh, it's still
I
up.
thought that he'd been taken down.
James, your integrity was only exceeded by your chutzpah.
Oh, people are commenting now.
Prize office providing free consulting service via blessing. James, I will forever think of you in vain to win North Dakota for Dukakis. Rest easy, my friend. You fought the good fight. Here's someone. What can I say about James? His impact may be hard to quantify. While he can no longer circle back with James, in a way, we will be circling back forever. A man who generously seized more than he gave. My heart goes out to his wife and children. Carpe diem, or is it mea culpa?
Wasn't one of them like, I can't believe he's gone or something like that?
Somebody put him next to Weekend at Bernie's
Weekend
like
at
pictures.
Bernie's,
No,
yeah.
it's pretty. It's so good. Also, Monsters Inc. James Sullivan. So there is an effort to look for other companies that might have other like Pixar movie names because they think they might be onto something.
Oh, is James Sullivan
Sully from Monsters Inc.
Ah.
James P. Sullivan.
Well, there's more coming. He's accused of
No.
stealing.
Are there any minions?
He's accused of stealing at least $200,000 from the Minneapolis chamber and
That's a
related
lot.
businesses. And but then some
out
of that money
Nemo
came
P.
from their
Clownfish.
Crime Stoppers.
He asked
Oh,
for the
yes.
money back.
Yes.
He's
Oh,
like,
this was horrible.
You didn't. Sorry, you didn't catch the murderer in a year.
$40,000. There was
Yeah.
2 murders of 2 kids.
Children.
And the chamber put money together for Crime Stoppers. And what they do is they provide rewards if the criminals are apprehended. Correct? That's
Yeah.
the Crime Stoppers. So it was a year or so, and they had not discovered them. So he asked for the money back, and he pocketed.
it.
Is what is alleged.
I'll say one thing
And then
about
apparently they did catch someone like a year later for one of the murders, and the other one remains unsolved.
yeah.
And he took the money back.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, you didn't find the murderer after 1 year. Please,
Yeah.
please give it back.
Money, please.
Money, please.
Please.
Oh my God,
It's so
well, so one
bad.
thing about the press coverage about
And you're
this,
right, I think it gets
especially
worse.
especially the Star Tribune, is there is no world, and I will preface this by saying I'm not a fan nor a supporter of Omar Fatah's. I support Dwayne Davis for mayor, but if this were Omar Fatah's good friend / one of my best friends, as they described each other, the fact that the mayor and Jonathan Weyerhagen were incredibly close, and that the chamber has been a strong supporter of the mayor, you'd think would merit a mention in some story here or there. Because like with Fatah, the stories are because they don't endorse anymore now. They give it to Dina Winter to just write stories that are slanted against Fatah and for the mayor, but it's a little come on, this is a big story, and the fact that he's this close to the mayor is relevant. It's relevant.
Well, this is something that, like Amy said, this is something we've known about for a long time. We've been told that it was going to get bad. We're also being told that it's going to get worse.
There's more.
And we'll keep an eye on this. Now, the only thing that's crumbling faster than Jonathan Weyerhagen's career is the East Wing of the White House.
Yes, fun
$300 million
is what?
is how much this ballroom's going to cost us.
I mean,
So half of the state office building here.
well, except
Listen.
Well, it's not for parties.
Except they're saying that it's supposedly being paid for private funds, which is
From Qatar. Just kidding.
Cutter.
well. Who knows? We
Yeah.
don't know, which is part of the thing. They're also not allowing photographs of this. This is the entire East Wing is just now gone. There are aerial photos of this. One of the sort of tenets of like what one says about Washington, right? When you say about the Capitol, it's the people's building, the people's and the White House. It should be the people's house, and it's gone through no reviews. They fired the commission that's supposed to review it.
There's actually been a trend of like firing on the left and the right of like eliminating the heritage preservation, just removing it from the process.
Well, it says that the architect is James Sullivan.
Seems legit.
Synergistic Building
Buildings.
Company.
best ballroom designer.
We should probably make a call.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm glad we're noting it here. Just bookmark this because this is going to be a story that keeps on giving because as we slowly find out who's paying for it, because they can't keep it secret forever, as we slowly find out like how garish it is, just as the American people see hundreds of millions of dollars being spent while prices are going up, while consumer prices are continuing to go up, and supposedly this was supposed to, that was supposed to be job number one, was get prices down, and instead we're just spending hundreds of $millions on destroying the East Wing of the White House.
It feels like a let them eat cake moment,
That's exactly right.
but they can't because the snap ends on Saturday. So I'm just
Need a clean CR. So when Kamala Harris, when her book came out and she threw Governor Walz and many other people under the bus, I thought that was a clear indication that she was not interested in running for president in 2028. But former U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris has told the BBC she may run again for the White House and said, "I'm not done." So it doesn't feel like there's a lot of enthusiasm for her. I think there's actually, because you hear Gavin Newsom, you hear AOC, you hear Buttigieg, but I'm not feeling that there's a ton of excitement for that. Like it's early.
It's
Obviously,
too
it's
soon.
early,
Yeah.
but there's no coalesced candidate that I see the Democrats kind of gravitating towards right now. Am I wrong? Are you guys hearing anything different?
No, I'm not hearing anything different, and I don't think that there's a world in which Kamala Harris is, if she chose to run again, that she would be the nominee.
yeah. She may not be done. We are so.
Yeah, she not. I mean, and she's not an old. She's well, and by Washington standards, she's a spring chick.
She's a baby.
Well, and I'm always
Baby.
surprised
Baby.
at, like people knowing, like, maybe it's not this round, right? Like, and maybe it's never. Because I always thought it was interesting because Kamala, she didn't do well in your primary. She was out early. And so I always thought, the primary is a decent vetting process for what people, like what candidates, how they can do, how they can raise money. And she didn't do well in the primary. So then to have been picked for vice president and then to be the sort of anointed presidential candidate was always, I thought, going to be problematic. But I do feel like in politics, people have resurgence. People have sort of like a new shine on them, and she's very young by
we are so far away from 2020, 2028.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have enthusiasm for her at the moment as a Democrat.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm saying, let her run.
been
Sure,
there.
great.
I mean, let everyone run. That's fine. But
Well,
she's
yeah,
not
that's the
gonna
way it's supposed to
Yeah.
be.
That's what-
Like
she might
it
not be
was
done,
when
okay.
she got nominated for president. Everyone just gets to run, and then they just eventually just say it's her. Okay, well, we ran long on our first spot, so let's jump to plugs. Anybody got anything that they want to talk about?
Well, you can catch Brian and I on the BS podcast every Tuesday and every other Friday. We do Al Travis Radio Hour. Or you can catch us on radio stations around the state. I will be on Channel 4 again next Tuesday. I'll be sitting with Frank and Amelia as the election results come in for the mayor races. So if you got hot tips,
Do you know who you're on with?
I don't. I'm not sure. Usually it's Abu, but Abu wasn't on the debate last night. I think he's traveling, so I kind of assume Abu, but I don't know. No, looking forward to that. Catch me Tuesday.
I am hosting the Moth December 17th at the Parkway Theater, the Moth Story Slam. This has been a mothful month. I just hosted the Grand Slam, and on Friday I hosted a special bilingual Moth at the Teatro at the Museo del Barrio in New York. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was very cool and an awesome experience. But so I'll be, if you want to see me be very, very happy because I love doing this, go to themoth.org/events and get tickets for December 17th.
The happiest I've ever seen Javier Murillo was when I watched him host the Moth. He was lighter. It was a different person than the grump that's sitting next to me right now.
He's charming. He's charming.
this a-hole I have to sit with every week. That guy, I want to hang out with that guy.
Wow.
That guy was
I want to change my
the James Sullivan of Moth. Allison?
I have nothing to plug. Sometimes I'm on Almanac,
Yeah.
but I never know by the time when we do this.
We
so
usually don't know by
Yeah.
this time of the week, so it is
everybody should watch it every week.
Just in
Because
case,
you
catch
never
a glimpse.
know. Because you never know.
We all might be on, as far as we know.
That's true.
Or none of us. Well, in addition to the BS show and the Al Travis show, as Amy said, also Carla Bigham, sometimes contributor to this program, she and I every Monday do the Wrong About Sports show, which has been a lot of fun. Gabe helps us with that too, so that's been a lot of fun. I will be on At Issue on KSTP Channel 5 this Sunday at 10 a.m. Also coming up is our good friend Shannon Watson's Purple Party. That's coming up in the middle of the month, and she and I have been talking about maybe having me tell some jokes there. If that comes together, I would like that very much. So I don't know, Javier, is there any Patreon activity that...
Oh, I forgot to look.
Oh, well, we can get back to that. Spanks and thanks.
I can kick us off. I'll do two quick ones. So one, I want to thank the white people on TikTok who are posting videos of themselves learning Spanish in preparation for the Super Bowl. It's
Alondra.
not you and not that. But it's adorable. There's this whole genre of goofy or it's sometimes super hot white dudes
Which I'd like to particularly thank.
who are like preparing for the Super Bowl, and then they do a surprisingly good job singing along to reggaeton. So it's lovely, and in the middle of all the horrors and the stupidity about Bad Bunny, U.S. citizen assholes singing at the Super Bowl, it's light and it's lovely. And I'm gonna spank. I don't know if folks are noticing, but apparently we're about ready to invade Venezuela. The president who promised to come in to be the president of peace and no more endless wars is planning on an occupation of a country. We've been through this before. We've been through this in the Middle East. We've been through this in Latin America in the 1960s. We overthrow governments, and it's always sold as easy, and that's never true. It's absolutely insane. I do not support Nicolas Maduro. I think he's been terrible for the country, and millions of Venezuelans have been displaced. But also, this is not going to be the solution. This is not the way to end it, nor is it in the U.S.'s purview as a nation to go around policing like that. I thought that the isolationists, that meant that they wanted to be isolated.
I think it's little Marco's reward for doing all the jobs.
Yeah,
because he's really hell-bent on this one.
Yeah, it's little Marco. But so maybe spanking little Marco spanked.
All right, who's next?
Oh, well, I guess I will do. I'm doing a French themed merci and mauvaise, I guess, or merci et merci in this case. Two thanks. The first thank is for there's been news today that they have arrested two of the suspects, and they have apparently admitted to the Louvre heist.
James Sullivan and who?
Yeah, James Sullivan, and no jewels have been recovered, which means the real masterminds behind this heist are still at large, and these were the patsies, and they were able to recover some DNA on some broken glass and also on one of the scooters.
Oh, and on all of the things they left behind, like the saw.
Yes, yeah. So they've got a lot of DNA, but they've only recovered who I assume are Le Patsy. in this case. And the heist goes on, or the heist stories go on, which I think are really, really fun. And then this is just a second, and I'm sorry I'm stealing if it's the cultural correspondent, but White Lotus, the next White Lotus will be in the south of France with a side story in Paris. So
Where Amy and I went sailing last summer.
oh, remember the Med.
When we were on our pool noodles in the Med.
Remember when you
Drinking
guys?
rosé.
Merci et merci.
Remember when you guys were in France and I had a heart attack?
God, because you just can't let us have fun.
So
No,
awful.
Just-
no.
Good times.
Everyone knew but you.
Good times. Good times.
Awful.
That was to protect you.
No.
I wanted you to have a good time.
That
it
was
was actually
awful.
it was actually very thoughtful of me
No.
and everyone else who agreed not to
Okay.
tell you.
Thanks for staying.
Did you know?
alive.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
he knew.
Oh yeah, I made sure Jenny told everyone but you guys.
Yeah.
If you were here, you would have been first.
It was a kind thought. It really
Yeah.
was.
But imagine.
Because
No, I know
was
it had
afraid you
tied.
would fly back. That's how
I-
good
she
of a
was going
that's
to.
how good of a friend
Here
I
we
think
were
you
in
are.
a vintage luxury store, getting this call. I'm looking at some Louis Vuitton flats, and Amy is like silent, like oh my god, you know. And then she's like, and then when she hung up, she told me, and she's like, I gotta fly home. I go, to do what?
Yeah.
Sorry, no offense, love you, but
No, I didn't
love you
want- I
both.
didn't-
Well, by the time you told me you were out of danger.
I was
Yes.
hoping you guys never came back.
Très
Same.
mauvais.
Same.
Très mauvais.
I tried.
Très mauvais.
Why are you trying to speak French?
Je parle un petit peu de français.
Settle down.
She can really gab with a cab driver. I'll tell you that.
I can manage my way around France. I did in high school and college.
All right.
And plus, I just have a natural affinity for languages.
Whatever.
Well, she was a Russian linguist, and
I actually did it as a job.
I'll give her that. Though the Cyrillic language is not that close to.
Not at all.
Not at
It's
all.
33
Not at all.
characters.
This
It's not
is
at
a
all.
completely
the
irrelevant
point is,
comparison.
It's about my abilities. I was tested for my abilities and found worthy.
The government
French.
said so.
No, of any language. It's the strangest test you've ever taken. Yeah. The military has you take a test that is just about language ability, which has nothing to do with a language.
Fascinating. I would not
All
get
right.
that.
The DLAB, the Defense Language Aptitude Battery.
Just start talking to you in Spanish.
Well, you have to. I learned.
You
that
have
language.
until
The
the
point is, I could learn very quickly.
you have until the Super Bowl.
Well,
I have until the
exactly.
Super
That's what
Bowl.
I'm
Yes,
saying.
I know.
Until the
Be,
Super Bowl.
be like one of those nice white guys.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, when I took 7 years of Spanish, and when we went to Sarah Lopez's wedding, I thought I'll be able to get by.
No.
And like in the first 5 minutes, I just started looking at your husband John, like tell me what they just said, and then John would look at you, and you tell them what they just said. Yeah. John's pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good.
John's pretty good.
It's all about effort.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway, okay, so I have a couple of thanks. My first thank is going to be to one of my favorite players on one of my favorite WNBA teams, Sophie Cunningham of the Indiana
I do like
Fever, where she spoke out against the shocking revelation that Terry Rozier, who is one of the NBA players who has been suspended over having lots of evidence that he was fixing games, but he is still collecting his $26 million salary. Now, obviously, that's something that's collectively bargained, so he's not like breaking a rule or anything like that. But I think that we are in a very, very, very precarious time for professional sports, especially professional basketball. And I think that the players and the owners and the coaches and the fans need to speak out very loud and proud about the dangers of what is happening here with
Sports betting.
Well, but here, and I'm going to get to that. But this problem that is happening, that is really eroding people's belief in the fairness of the sport. There was a coach, Chauncey Billups, who used to play here, who was nabbed for some stuff. There's other people. But one of the things about sports gambling, and Amy can back me up on this, is that sports gambling, legalized sports gambling, is how they caught these people. They knew about this stuff 2 years ago, and they were building their case, trying to cast as wide a net as possible. People bet. We know that. But how you can keep this clean is by legalizing sports betting in Minnesota, legalizing sports betting across the United States of America, or else we're going to continue to have these integrity problems. But
Well, and also then the leagues need to respond appropriately when people are found out. They just have to. You got to crack down.
yeah, I mean, and if you watch the baseball game, if you watch the football game, if you watch a basketball game, the leagues are very much encouraging betting. This is something that is encouraged. It's happening, so we have to make sure that it's safe and legal, and that the players who make amazing salaries, $26 million a year, aren't being jokers for the mob and all the other stuff, allegedly. My second thank is going to be to Bernie Sanders, who all of a sudden said something nice about Trump. And you can see up on the screen, the screenshot that I chose to use was for Snopes. Because when I saw the quote, I don't like Trump, but we should have a secure border and it ain't that hard to do. I thought there's no way that Bernie Sanders said that. And then also there was no way that Bernie Sanders said Trump did a better job than continued on with everything else. So I guess I want to thank the good people at Snopes for just shockingly being able to validate that Bernie Sanders did, in fact, criticize the Biden administration and the Obama administration and say that Donald Trump has done and is doing a better job on immigration. I was shocked. So, with that...
I would like to do my spanking thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. No, sorry. My
Now
fault.
that's your spank.
Yeah.
My
Distracted with language.
Yeah.
no,
That's
I
my
know,
fault.
I know. When you speak French, it's intoxicating.
A certain je ne sais quoi.
All right, my thank is very niche. It is her state representative Larry Kraft of St. Louis Park, who, if you're not familiar, runs an incredible TikTok channel where he explains complex public policy issues, mostly around climate, but housing and land use and other issues too that he's working on. But he does this all while he makes artisanal ice cream from scratch in his kitchen. And I attended a DFL House DFL Floor Leaders fundraiser, which was trivia. And Representative Nathan Coulter made questions that the trivia questions actually ended up being about members. And being a lobbyist, we obviously won, since it's our job to be creepy and know everything about them. But the first place prize, in addition to a stunning trophy handmade by Representative Breon Curran from Goodwill, was a ice cream from Representative Kraft of the flavor of our choice. And the brilliant brain Natalia on the Momentum team suggested a speculoos, speaking of French, ice cream, which is cookie butter. Mm-hmm. So he went to Trader Joe's, I assume in St. Louis Park, and got some cookie butter and made us cookie butter ice cream. We're working on names, workshopping, potentially like a clean energy cookie butter.
That is what's written on top of.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyways, it is amazing.
I
It is
tried
so
some today.
good.
It was very good.
Yes,
It is
it's
delicious.
so good. He is such a talented ice cream maker as well as legislator. So thank you, Larry Kraft. Also, great idea for a fundraiser to have trivia and ice cream be the prize.
Good job, you, for winning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The trophy is very much a central figure of our office right now.
Yeah, it is, and it will remain that way because we're keeping it. And then my spank real quick is Kirk Cousins. I have hated Kirk Cousins since college. We are the same age. He went to Michigan State. I was a Wisconsin fan. Big Ten championship, 2011. It's a whole thing. Google it. But I have hated Kirk Cousins. Then when he came to the Vikings, still hated Kirk Cousins. I kind of warmed up to him, but he went to the Falcons. I played the Falcons this week in my Survivor League because they had a 77%. The spread was great, and then Michael Penix got hurt, so they had to start Kirk Cousins after I made my pick, and I was like, he's gonna F me again, isn't he? And he did.
He did.
So
You're out of the
spank.
Survivor League.
I'm out of the
You're
Survivor
joking.
League, and it's to Kirk Cousins' fault because he at least is consistent. So
We're down to 13 in my Survivor League, and I got one entry left.
Yeah. Yes, you had multiple entries. Some of us
most
had
people did.
one entry.
Well, how'd that go?
I made it to week 8.
Clint's still in.
That's great.
Okay, with that,
Javier's. I saw the glazing over of
sports
Javier's
ball.
eyes. Like,
I
moving
just
on.
disassociated. It's fine.
and with that, I am a GOP strategist and very much a fan of Alondra, Brian McDaniel.
I am out of my Survivor League. Amy Fredrickson.
I am perpetually mad at Kirk Cousins, Allison Nessie.
I am disassociating. Javier Morillo.
And we are
Rock about everything.
Take us away, Gabe.